It's revision week. Exam is around the corner and teachers are revising their notes on effective striking. Be it sit-down strike, walk-away strike, stand-by strike, all kinds of things. But quietly, the dollar has literally knocked out the city and fuel prices are up again. It will definitely affect the prices of makeup, which means the kind of foundation you lay may not support a 3-story. But depending on where you are, a stick of kebab could be as cheap as 1 cedi, 50 pesos or 2 cedis. Also, depending on what caliber of a queen you are, the mention of kebab alone these days could slay your cardiovascular whatever. To all our slain queens and slave vengers, it is well. Cardios be a painful crowd. And Ghanaians will soon wake up and Wendy, we will shame our detractors. For now, my name is Caleb Kuda. Let's meet and greet on your new satirical show, Backpage on Citi TV. Lucky we have some eco juice soon on the market to wash things down. Welcome. Where do we even start from? Okay, I found myself using the Peve Peki Road. It was a bone shaker experience for me. I tell you no lie. I came back with a song for Volta Region Roads like Sokode no correct. Akbebe, me say no correct. Oh no, Peki Roads no correct. But here in Accra, the people tell my colleague Na Adole Mofat that Brekusu roads there, ya brempo, just say bad roads mu abrukusu. So they sent His Excellency the President a love letter.
Nana, where the baby will be a Brekusu futiao. And I was that I where I was over Quanyama. If you do Nana deviate and don't kabim. Oh, Nana, then I Brekusu Mansa. Brekusu de. Oh, yeah, oh, person winnie. Now, why ya Nana, Oba Brekusu, well name. Oba ya man for Fema, when I see Oka 1 year pepe, Oba Bear Quaname. Nana, my bre.
I love the copy. The copy is a very sweet language. But if any Ekwapi man says something to you without adding me pauchose, hen, you know, say his eye red. Now, their love letter kind of reminds me of Becca and Kwabna's You Lied to Me. You know, Erade, you lied to me. Akbefwade. You can continue. In fact, the people say they can't even bore life again. Very sad.
Ekwane de hayan kasa kufu ado maye manya pa ye ni abre. Hayan se mfutro no doso amanya yare ankasa. Ade a metumi siesie me ho kra anye den. Embetena ho. De bia matale amade baba na say ye black and na say red enu kura me kofie nu aye poto nti ye sre kufuado omba ye kwane maye
kufuado kufuado so de bia matale ye black abaza. Now, to be fair to the government and the people of Ghana, that road Brekusu that Ebri Kwabenya, it doesn't deserve any human life plying it in its current state at all. Not even the carcass of livestock or poultry should ply that road. And also, on top of the many promises that have gone down the drain, we have added a fresh one. You know, 2020 is a year of roads. I mean, what else should we do? We said 2020, what is all this blackmail, eh? So, my son, anyway, because of some of these things, Ghanaians say, look, the thing, they won't vote to cry again. In other words, I'm here for Oshiki. I'm here for Oshiki Mene. I'm here for Oshiki what? I can't cry. But oh my God, I caught that go. But in line with this, CDD survey indicates that 42% of Ghanaians interviewed say they won't throw about again. Yeah, I'm here for Oshiki. As if to frustrate His Excellency the President of the Ghanaian people, Himani people also say, look, Abayano Krano, in terms of their promises, no, they have made progress, but the progress is weak.
at the end of the day, the overall performance of the NPP, based on their promises that we have assessed, was a score of 48.78%, signifying a satisfactory progress. So they've made progress in implementing the promises, but this progress has been weak, or it's satisfactory.
Like, seriously, what is weak progress? No job crowd the humanity for all progress be progress. Well, Member of Parliament for Yuki, a man in his own house, Kwesi, aka MP, this is so wrong. Says when he looks at the max Himani has given the NPP a Abayanwa, it's so wrong. So we should run away from it as fast as our legs can carry our bulky something.
What we are interested in is the qualitative, because Ghanaians are not interested in the quantitative. They are more interested in the qualitative. The qualitative is what determines your standard of living. And so if for example, Imani grades the MPP government so high for the aviation sector, for example, one is going to ask, what have they done in the aviation sector to warrant such a high score? So quantitatively it may look good, but qualitatively, Mani themselves admit that they have not looked at the qualitative aspect of it. Again, when you look at things like tariff and tariff reductions under energy, they scored this government so high for tariff reductions. However, the reality of the fact is that they reduced tariffs by 17% and have come back to increase.
Honorable. Anyway, if 42% of Ghanaians say they are not voting, it's okay, voter turnout will be low, right? Well, Honorable YB says low voter turnout, no low voter turnout, His Excellency Akpefo-Addo and his MPP will be in a mighty lead. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. We are going to be continuing with the good things we are doing. We are rolling out. And as we enter 2020.
So next year by now,
11th
December, they will be announcing second round?
No.
NDC winning?
MPP winning.
MPP
winning because even if you take...
One touch.
If you take the current situation, the danger is low turnout. Mm-hmm. The statistic I read there is low turnout.
But you are still in the lead.
We are in the...
But usually the people say they won't tell you.
We are in the mighty lead.
The people say they won't tell you usually do the NDC.
I love the sound of that. Mighty lead. It's a very comfortable way of saying comfortable lead. And yeah, politicians there. By the way, president of the Association of Senior Babies with Sharp Teeth says, Inshallah, Starboy Jibril Kanazui, discoverer and explorer, will forge ahead in his fourth gift in the 2020 elections.
The 2020 elections will be about track record. It will be one term versus one term. President Mahama did one term. President Akufo-Addo will have done one term. Already, the Afrobarometer is clearly pointing out to the fact that Ghanaians are looking forward to a government that delivers on infrastructure. And President Mahama is known as the infrastructure king. That is his greatest selling point. So, I mean, it's fortuitous. It's a blessing. We couldn't have wished for any other poll and any other number that will point in a direction which is really your strongest selling point.
Job Mahama on the number infrastructure king. I'm a bearco. I like the way YB was laughing now. People are disenchanted. They don't want to vote. But you think reminding them of projects fraught with fraudulent gifts will do the magic, eh? Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. People say voters will always say they won't vote, but once you give them silver shine, toiletries, abensio, and some sardines, they will vote for you one time. You can't be too sure. But that doesn't explain in any way why new denominations have been printed close to an election year. Please, we don't like that. But seriously, both candidates must be worried about the 2020 elections. The frustration in the system, knowing if you give folks money, they will dance like this before you. But you can never know. kind of dance, you don't know whether the guy belongs to you or he's against you. This one, only 2020 December 7th is the only day that we will know the true meaning of this kind of dance. Until then, don't forget that the abortion of the December 17 referendum does not mean the district assembly level election has been equally aborted. Now here is why you must vote.
We are facing a lot of challenges. When you see our gutters, it is the work of the municipality to do it. When you pass through our lungus, it's the work of the municipality. Because now we are under municipality, so every municipality have to work in he or her own demarcation for the demarcation to look very neatly. As assembly member, you have to send a report to the municipal for the municipal to come down and work in the community for the members of the community to benefit. So I'm ready to fight for that.
Sir, thank you. We are ready to help you fight this one. Honestly, no, stop laughing. I mean, I couldn't agree more with her. Governance in the Lungu parts of Ghana is very critical, but it seems ignored. For example, somebody can just wake up and burn toilet paper behind your windows. You are sleeping, you're doing, breathe in, and out. Charlie, somebody is burning toilet paper. And sanitation is a big issue. If you go to places like Alhaji Tabora in Accra, the stench from the gutter, it can cause accident. I'm telling you, sadly, the importance of district assembly level elections seems lost on many Ghanaians, or should I say apathy has killed people's interest. Maybe I should say so. Well, some residents of Yenyauso, residents of Yenyauso in Kumasi have been speaking to my colleague, Hafiz Tijani Amekom.
Naja to so omo ba omo yefu ne hia omo empuntu enti aya yeto aba na ma omo no se enye no na omo ye maye enti mi meja eto ache enti basam na ba de empuntu we dia ade eni wo no afo so amebi aba gata mo efi obeboa ama husiesie ahumdi aba enso omo de obebra akoto wato awie no ono ne yefunu ene hia no enti me the assembly about the mintubi.
I see what's going on there. Oh, challenge. The people bore. But try and go and vote, okay? Me, I will be on duty that day, so you try and go and vote. Let's look at an area that we are told is on the heart of this government. Hence, its heavy investments in the area, nearly at the detriment of many things. The education sector. 3 teacher unions have been striking over legacy debts. Yeah, legacy debts. So, teaching and learning has not been collect, Biasa.
We went to school around 6 o'clock, but we couldn't see any teacher around. So we decided to learn, but some teachers came to the school and told us we will not write the exam. So we want the government to come and tell the teachers that they should come to school and let us write the exam.
When I went to school, I did not see any teacher around the school. So we informed the headmaster whether we write the exams or not. And he told us that maybe we write or maybe we will not write. So we decided to come to another school for football match.
Well, government says strike no. Assemble to be that. Forget your biola.
You don't call for a strike. That is number one. Illegal. You fail to go through the proper processes. As per the law, the dictates, the letter and spirit of the law, as it says per the Labour Act.
Now, the National Labour Commission says the teachers should return to the classroom. Quick. Go back to the classroom. Legacy that Nami Kosam. So they obtained a court order to compel the teachers to go back to the classroom. But, I interacted with the headmistress who said, a dog bono no a door. being at work is working. You can browbeat them to go to school, but you can't compel them to teach when they have issues. In fact, the angel of strikes puts it better.
So in as much as the ex parte motion is alive for 10 days, we are unwillingly obeying that court order for 10 days. If the Labour Commission fails to go and repeat the motion ex parte if it so wishes, then it means that at the lapse of that 10 days, the strike will commence. That engagement cannot continue because they have rendered themselves impotent of continuing with any engagement because they have gone to court to seek a court order to compel us, not compelling us by the statute that established them. Once they've taken me to court and it is the court that is giving me an order, if they invite me, I will not go.
Angel of Strikes, Kabonu there. One impressive thing about the Angel of Strikes and his members is that nearly any time we hear them, they are always talking about strikes. When pupils fall on their exams there, they will never say, oh, we are to blame for negligence or cowardice because we didn't have textbooks, but we couldn't speak up because Abayemfo could demote us or transfer us to some... Strikers for. But what we need to ask also is who caused this huge legacy debt to hang over the government's neck? If the debt is 7 years old, like we're hearing, then boss okay now. This one, they be cry. And one thing is that one other thing that doesn't be is the Commander Sugar Factory. It doesn't be at all. I was looking forward to buying sugar, but the thing only the skeleton exists, all right? And the farmers are saying their sugar cane, no? Now they use it for potassium production. Thankfully, it is a living juice, and it will soon hit the market. And we definitely will wash down with some eco juice before we part ways later. But which of these two do you prefer, injections or drugs? Well, me, if you ask. I love injections because it's one touch and you're gone. Drugs have some ugly smell and bitter taste, most of them. But many hate injections. Unlike myself. Nurses and doctors have often seen mature people cry at the sight of syringes. What could make a doctor cry? We'll hear her after this. What could make her cry? We'll talk about that when we return, and we'll deal with more issues when we come back from this break. Welcome back, my friends. My name is Caleb Good, and this is Backpage. So I ran into a lady who said her name is something and Gagba. I was shocked. I said, Gagba saying, Gagba how? If you don't know Gagba is a basin, like the silver pan wants some. The silver pan, that wants some. Now, before I could probe further, she said, oh, but Gagba is good, oh. Someone is even called Achatavuvu. I said, what? She said, yeah. Achatavuvu, 30 months? She said, yes. I said, wow. She said, you don't know why it's going on. I said, yeah, I didn't expect it. So, the Ekumfi juice, it has been shortened as Eku. But some people are saying Aku, which means he died in the Vagba language. But Senepa collect.
There happen to be 3 people who speak away in the team that did this.
Came up with the name.
This name and the design and everything. And when this feedback came, I raised that issue and said, is it true? Because I didn't know. And they said, yes, it is true. I said, how come? They said, it never crossed our minds because we had Ekumfi pure juice, we want to shorten it. What else could we say? We have named this product Eku juice because we have a long name, Ekumfi pure juice. So we have no connotation to what it means there. Of course, we couldn't have known, so we can only explain.
The people might fear the man, but yeah, this is what it is. It is not Eku juice. It is not Aku juice. It is Eku juice, like Ekumfi. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but when I taste anything and I say so, it tastes great, the ladies will say, oh, guys, dear, anything is nice. So let's hear from our madam. You understand? Our madam on the taste of the Eku. Yeah, Eku.
I'm going to test this product that everybody's talking about and then see how nice it is. The famous Eco Juice, pineapple juice.
You can tell that they're saying, wait, but she said, is it a new product? Because from our place, Toto Papa is a different thing altogether. Well, when the thing is ready to hit the market, dear, we will all get some, Charlie. The Ekweme juice, you know. I'm told in one papa. So we have to find some. But to be honest, Eku we will drink the Eku. Now package, you know, dear. Package, you know, I didn't say it to boys is here in Bola life and your guy. I mean, but you guys should check out this guy, Isaac Claude. We're friends on Facebook and look forward to this thing he's done. I thought it's nice. I should show it to you. Just see some, okay? Now, one of the things the Eco Juice Factory is doing for the people of the area is create jobs. Fishermen who have been left jobless due to scarcity of fishes, thanks to the trawlers and premix diversion issues, no, they are getting jobs. Now, listen to this.
Oh, okay. Now, 40 years, who started 40 years later to 20 years, to say a costing.
Okay, first no pa, namono, wujina equal, sisia, wokompano, first na, over 30 years, 20 years, you know, Nancha compano club, Hunde, and Namokra, Yana, and Nechi.
Nti se na nam no che ayede no de nyama bi na mo ye na mo to me chinam no
oya tete nam no sa sesia ya chiri ho no ya the light amama light na sesia ya chiri nam no bi kwa benya bi kwa enya
ayen chinam. Okay. I mean, we all like it, you know, but the fish, you know, ekose.
Now, apart from light, no, na Korea and Chinese for using na hamwage man, dear biom na ayena fish no amount to do no about.
I no say only ni say premise na bar. Say no premise no be say 1 month kura na bi mbai. I no say no wo so want to maintain our sa.
Ba mo ye den didi. Mo nko e fish no.
Ama bi mo nko saba wa hu se me kakra no na go to super na toko.
Please, I don't know about this. I don't know where this came from. I don't know about this. Now, that was really funny. Why was the junior doctor crying? It's an important question because I was heartbroken to see her cry. I couldn't bear it. She was crying. Junior doctor, she was just crying. How did you come by in a fake DV plate?
There is someone the one that bought the car came with it because we have not registered. So I know that you have to have the DV until you register permanent.
Doctor, why are you crying?
I have to maybe go myself to DV alone.
Oh, doctor, I'm so sorry. Don't cry. No, but wait, honestly, DVLA has some serious questions to respond to. You can't make a doctor cry like this in vain.
You see this on genuine?
Genuine. Fake. Both fake. That fake is plenty in the system. Isn't it worrying? Like, this is insurance, or I mean, roadworthy.
This is the from D.
From D.
Mm-hmm. And they are all fake.
Most of them are fake. Oh, but how?
We are trying to track down the whole issue, but people are smart.
They can't be smarter than DVLA because we pay you with our tax, so we're expecting you to be smarter than those people.
We are trying our best to outweigh their efforts, but they are smart. They should come to the office when they need DV plate for us to serve them, but they shouldn't rely on the people who are looking around outside this in the yard.
Sincerely, guys, sincerely, a syndicate of Goro boys cannot outwit institutions like DVLA. This is a national security issue, and I expect the forces that we saw exhibited at the Ayawasuno to be unleashed on these. Deal with them. Deal with them. Okay, because I don't see how people will send people to go and buy DVLA plates for them, and then they will go and meet Goro boys, and it looks like it's their fault. But, sometimes, we also have to, put aside the excuse of being busy small and take personal responsibilities for some of these things. Otherwise, this could happen to us.
I remember some years back, I had to go and renew my roadworthy. And in the office, someone introduced me to someone who could come and take the car and go and do it for me. And somewhere along the line, I was stopped on a road like this. And apparently my roadworthy was for a Benz bus, Trotro Benz bus, yes. And I was in a lot of trouble. So since then, no, I always make sure that I go and get it done myself.
No, Trotro Benz bus is saying, like, how? This is a totally cheat. This is why I'm saying that sometimes you need to take personal responsibility for some of these things. As much as we are very corporate people, we're busy and all of that, try and do these things and avoid all the embarrassments that come with it later. But honestly, the Goro boys is a national security issue, and if we have the men indeed in the security sector, I'm expecting us to unleash all the force that we did in recent times now. That might be better. Now, if you know Emiria Blobe, her song Famiko is making waves for the quality of the vocals and the emotions that comes with it, So, and I see some kebabis coming inside the studio, midiko for Ditura, Siami for Ditura, and let's have our own kebab enjoyment, right? But we are learning the president has nominated Justice Enini Abua as the new Chief Justice. Congratulations. So we are hoping you don't continue some of the customs traditions we have seen in very recent past.